I am Iron Man.
Hello there.
Avengers! All right, so this episode we're gonna be breaking down Mandalorian's episode 2, 3, and 4, right?
Yup. Yeah. I think first half of the season.
Yeah. What is it? Eight episode, right?
I believe so.
Episode, yeah.
Which is pretty wild. Not like, oh no, we're halfway through, which is true, but like couldn't tell you still what's gonna happen this season. Like,
no, yeah.
I'm pretty sure my only predictions have all been or not only, all my predictions from episode 1 have completely been like just debunked already.
Just rerouted, yeah.
The big thing I said was Mando and Bo-Katan were gonna like god damn it, words. They were going to get armies of their own and fight each other.
Yeah,
which,
it's what it seemed like would happen,
nope.
But no, yeah, now they're joining forces.
Yeah, so let's. I'm gonna do the quickest of recaps for episode 2 and 3 real quick.
Yeah.
So episode 2 was. I'll also say this. No, I'll get that in a second. Episode 2 was, it starts off with Mando's trying to figure out how to get to Mandalore still, right? Like that's the goal. And the biggest thing to me from episode 2, which is not the actual biggest thing, the biggest thing to me was that they retconned Boba Fett already, and they're like, oh, that droid cockpit that we uninstalled, let's just reinstall that and put the droid back in the spot on the ship.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They're just like, nah, Grogu doesn't need that. He sits on your lap anyway. Just
put
that
the droid in there. Also, Easter egg, I believe that droid is the original droid that Uncle Owen was gonna buy.
The one that blows up?
Yep. R5. I'm pretty sure that's the droid.
I have yet to look that up in any capacity, but I was like, looks exactly the same.
Because I used to have the toy of that droid when I was little, and that was the same exact droid. And I was like,
it's like the red R2 unit with the flat top. He's got a flat top going, you know. Yeah, no. I believe it. That's cool. Yeah. I thought as much, but I wasn't sure. And so like takes care of that. He goes to Mandalore because he can't, the whole fixing the I unit, unit. They're just like, nope, screw all that.
Throw that out the window. Yeah, and they finally explained why he needed it, because he needed it to detect like the
toxins.
Exactly. Yeah. And it was like, well, why go through all that trouble just to be like, let's just take this droid anyway? Like,
that's what it was. A lot of retconning in episode 2 that just made anything else not matter, which like fun episodes we've had, but like at the same time it was like, yeah, no, throw all that out.
Throw it out. We're gonna deal with the other droid.
He goes to Mandalore with R5. R5 is no help at all. Absolutely useless.
Big old pussy.
Where Din Djarin fights fake General Grievous, might I say?
Yeah.
Like I thought for sure it was gonna have a General Grievous connection. The thing moved. He got the creepy little arms with the little hands. Like, I don't know if there were 3 fingers or not like him, and it was just. I thought for sure that was gonna be Grievous in some. And then after it dies, the head pops off and scurries away until it like became a bigger robot and all that. I was like, he's gonna go scurry off to be General Grievous. Like,
gonna go be Grievous again.
Nope. So he becomes a robot. That robot gets shot down by Bo-Katan. The whole thing, blah blah blah. They go to the waters of Mandalore. There's still episode 2, and he dives in. He gets sucked under. Bo-Katan dives in, saves him. Sees a mythosaur on the way out, which is the big elephant horned thing that's on Boba Fett's original armor from Empire.
Okay.
That's what
his
that monster
insignia
is in the water.
Okay.
I guess.
Is that one of those? Was that the thing that was chasing them in episode 1? Not episode 1 like the show, like Star Wars episode 1, like
No, we've
thing in
never
the
seen a mythosaur on screen
Okay.
before.
Okay.
It's just we've only seen the like symbol on the armors and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I mean it was a fun episode. I'd say
Yeah.
not too exciting, not like it wasn't
Nothing,
bad.
yeah.
Like the fun action sequences.
He bathed in the
Bathed in the
waters of
waters.
things pretty fast. I thought that was gonna take at least half the season.
Thought that
They're
was
like,
going to be most of the season
that's
with
what I
getting in
thought
those
too.
damn waters.
Yeah, but they're like, nope, second episode, throw him in there.
Throw them in the water. And to have like the whole mythosaur thing, which is going to be more Bo-Katan than it is like Din is backseating this whole season right now. The first two episodes, 3. The first 2 episodes were all him, and now it's everyone else. And so episode 3. First of all, episode 3. Big old stinker in my opinion.
It was a weird direction. It was cool to see life after the Empire for people that were in the Empire.
Yes.
But yeah, it was just a weird. It didn't fit the series.
First about episode 3, the Mandalorian parts were great.
Yeah,
very Boba
my
Fett.
God.
Like,
dude, those opening action scenes of them like flying in their the starfighters and stuff. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. This is like the coolest. This is like bringing it back to like episode 3, Anakin and Obi-Wan. Like,
yes,
like
the aerial combat in this season has been phenomenal.
Amazing.
The space pirates, the Empire ships in episode 3, like,
which we haven't heard anything from the space pirates yet either.
We haven't heard nothing from completely wrong about the space pirates. Not at all recurring.
Maybe everything's just gonna culminate in like one 3-hour episode or something like that.
Like that's what I don't know. I can't tell you where this season is going. And the one prediction I think I had after our episode 1 recap is I think THRAWN is going to show up either as a credit scene or something for like an Ahsoka like buffer, basically.
Yeah.
Very much could still happen. He might be behind the Imperial ships that attack in episode 3. I don't know. It's probably Moff Gideon, though. Like, come on, let's be real. It's probably not going to be that big of a deal.
You never know, though. Filoni could pull it right out of his ass and go, hey, THRAWN.
If there's one thing that this season has, it's pure Filoni goodness. And that's season 3. It's you have Coruscant post Empire.
That
like
was
post
awesome.
the Empire.
That was so
and it's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
You see a bunch of episode 2 Attack of the Clones references. You see a bunch of Clone Wars stuff. Like it's we
get an Order 66. Oh, that's the 3rd episode. Sorry. I'm jumping ahead.
We're on the 3rd episode.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking the 4th episode. Sorry. I'm thinking 4th episode.
No, episode. So to spoil episode 4 is perfect. Awesome. That episode that was the greatest one of the season.
Amazing.
But the thing I wanted to talk most about episode 3 was did you give a shit about that guy?
Not really. Was he the guy that was trying to buy Grogu in the first season?
Yes.
Okay. Because like the whole time I was like, who the hell is this guy? Like
he's the clone scientist that helped Moff Gideon in season 1 and 2. And like he has one appearance in season 2. I don't remember how many appearances he has in season 1, but I know he's in season 1.
Yeah.
He's the guy that everyone thought, okay, he somehow uses cloning from Grogu to make Emperor Palpatine for the sequel series.
I guess not anymore.
Did he die? I don't even remember. Did he die or did he just get arrested?
He got his mind.
Oh, he got brain wiped. Wiped. I didn't give a shit. That's like the Easter eggs on Coruscant were very cool, but it was so boring, and I didn't care about this guy at all.
This episode was. I feel like it was an episode for fans to be like, oh hey, Coruscant, oh hey, we're back on here, oh hey, there's that, oh hey, like it's just an Easter eggy episode. And it also felt like, you know how TV shows will, like already established TV shows will introduce a pilot episode in their show.
Sure.
Like most recent thing I can think of, actually, we watched it last night. The Good Doctor, The Good Doctor on ABC.
Yes, I haven't watched this newest season. Yeah.
So they introduced, they pretty much had a pilot episode for a new show coming out called The Good Lawyer. And
does he make an appearance then?
Yeah.
Whoever the good lawyer is, I mean.
Yeah. And it's like the whole episode's about her and her like she's same thing, kind of like I won't go into details about it, but it felt like this, where it was like they were trying to introduce a new series almost, and then I don't know. That's just what
like
it felt
like Ahsoka's episode in season 2
Yeah.
feels very. Who wants more Ahsoka? I want
Exactly.
more
Exactly.
Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Here's an Ahsoka show. Like,
And that's what it felt like. Like, hey, do you want more stuff about the in between of the
no,
Empire and in the First Order? Not really.
like, no, I don't care about the Empire dude that was bad and is now like, okay, it was interesting. Like, it's an interesting character arc to give us a Imperial officer who feels bad, but also he didn't feel bad because he was gonna do it again anyway.
He's like, I can do good. It's like, well, you're obviously gonna try to do something bad.
Like that's what a villain says, dude. Is like, oh, I'm gonna do the what is it? The ends justify the means is what a villain says, and that's what this bro was doing. And it's like, that's not entertaining as a fan of the good guys here.
And also, when that woman showed up in the beginning, like the woman that was helping him, I was like, oh, she's bad. Like from the very beginning, I was like, she's gonna turn on.
Like there was nothing pleasant about her. So come on.
I was like, she's 1000% gonna turn on. She was being way too nice to him, and I was like,
and that's the moment you had the cookies dropped off or the biscuits, whatever they called it. The cookies dropped off at the door, not like revealing who gave him the cookies. You're like, this is bad. Like whoever did this is not a friendly gesture. Like I that whole episode was just so. My friend Sean, he said that was his least favorite episode of Mando. I wanted to bring that up just to ask you, because this is not my least favorite. Do you have a least favorite, and is this it?
See, I've only watched season 1 and season 2 once. I haven't rewatched them, so I don't really remember too many of the episodes. Like I don't remember every single one.
So I'll say.
I mean, as of now, yeah, this was a
okay, and I think that's fair. My least favorite episode is still from season 2. The episode is titled the. Oh shoot! Now I'm gonna forget it. I looked it up ahead of time and everything. Not the visitor. The passenger, and it's when he has to take the frog lady and her eggs across the galaxy.
Yeah.
I hated that. That episode did nothing for me except make Grogu look cute, and at the same time, dude's eating her baby. So like, it's not as I
said. The only good thing about that episode was I have the pop of it where he's like pulling the eggs out of the canister. Yeah. I was like, that's the only good thing about that episode.
Dude, I hated the frog lady, like the character. Like I hated her. She was so weird and the whole, like, I don't know, that whole story I don't care about. I guess technically I didn't care about this episode more, but I don't know, I find this more interesting than the frog lady. The frog lady did nothing for me.
Yeah, I mean, the only saving grace about episode 3 was Coruscant. Like, you get to see Coruscant after the Empire leaves. You know, we've already seen what it looks like when the Jedi ruled. Now, you know, we didn't really see. I mean, I don't think we even really saw Coruscant at all, other than in Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan. Andor.
No, I think oh no, she's on. What's it called? She's on the planet goes bye.
Alderaan, right?
Alderaan, that's right.
Because I don't
son of a gun. I got it.
I know, because we don't see Coruscant in like the original trilogy, right?
No, so in the original trilogy, right? George Lucas photoshopped Coruscant in Return of the Jedi in the re-release things. It's one of the planets with fireworks going off it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So no, not really. We haven't seen it post Empire. They also, Coruscant is one of the planets that blows up in The Force Awakens.
Okay.
And you get a very brief glimpse of Coruscant, I believe. Oh no, I found out I was wrong about that. Fuck me. No.
Oh, that city when the
yeah, I think they retconned that actually.
Starkiller. There we go.
It's not. Yeah, that's Starkiller is what I'm referencing. The Starkiller base that blows like 8 planets up at a time. Yeah, no, I might just. I don't. Of course that's not. Of course that's not real. It's fine. Yeah, that episode sucks. The best part about that episode is the ending scene when Bo-Katan, she's like, "You are now a part of the Creed." She's like, "Yeah, man," and she's like, "No, have you taken off your helmet?" She's like, "No." She's like,
"No,
Creed." All right,
fine.
I'll dabble.
I'll dip my toes in. I hate you guys,
Give
but
it a
I'll dip
shot.
my toes in.
And that's when episode 4
Oh wait,
rocks.
before we jump into episode 4,
Sure.
one thing, just something funny. In episode 3, when he's going to that not counseling robot, but the one that was like, "Are you feeling any sort of hatred towards your old new employee?" I was like, God damn it, that would piss me off. I've never been to like a therapy session or something like that, but that's what I imagine what it's like. And I'm like, oh my God, that would piss me off. Just someone being like, "Are you happy? Are you happy with what you are doing?
That's
Are you
what, like,
happy with this?" And I was like, oh my God. Like you could
even
tell
if
in his face, he was like, "I'm fine. I like what I do. I like."
right. Like, even someone who is not having issues at, like, clearly they do the whole like, oh, he is having issues at his job, look at how it digresses, blah blah blah. But like, even someone who's not having issues at work, you can only be talked to by a robot like a wall so many times before you go, shut up, I'm fine.
You do not exist. Also, two other quick things.
Plenty of time.
When he's in the beginning of the episode, when he's getting transported from like the Senate hall to the
on the speeder.
On the speeder, and the robot's talking to him, and like turned around and talked to him. I was like, they're making him like an Uber driver. Like, you know, I wouldn't shut up and stuff like that. I was like, that's pretty good.
I thought that was you see, that was early enough in the episode where you don't hate the guy yet for taking the whole episode, and you're like, oh, this is funny because it's like, oh, which person are you? Are the one that's going to talk to the Uber driver, or are you the one that's like, can you just
shut up? Yeah,
please.
And then the train they get on to go to where the abandoned
the shipyard thing.
The ship, that looked a lot like the train from Fallen Order in the beginning of Jedi Fallen Order. I know it's not on Coruscant that he's on, but like in Fallen Order. But I was like, this looks really familiar. I was like, oh, this kind of look. I'm sure they used like they use it as a reference to But I was like,
that's a cool little like again, that was the best part about all that stuff is just the Easter egg and cameos and things like that. So like, the idea that Coruscant has the similar train mechanic that was on the trash planet that Cal's on at the start of Fallen Order. Like that's a cool little nod. And we already know Disney is for sure like integrating Fallen Order because Obi-Wan Kenobi series, we got the Darth Vader Palace. Or not Darth Vader's palace. That's on this far. The Inquisitor Palace.
Yep. And I think one of the Easter egg channels I watched, like the breakdown channels, I think they said one of the names written in Urabesh or whatever, like the Star Wars language, might have been Cal Kestis. So, I don't know though. I could be lying.
Interesting.
So episode 4.
Episode 4 rocks.
It was good.
Episode 4 is peak Mandalorian. It's okay. So like to do like an actual like breakdown kind of thing, like let's like thinking it through. It starts off with like Mando. All the Mandalorians are like,
that was so cool. I've never seen that many Mandalorians in one setting before, like other than like Clone Wars, but like live action.
They're brawling and they're like shooting each other with things and they're diving and jetpacking. It's great. And then
so cool. So cool.
Mando's like, all right, Grogu, go learn to fight. And he does.
He's so cute. It's just so adorable.
I wanted to talk about this actually because this scene, adorable scene. It's the whole like Grogu can't attack because he's hiding who he is. And then Din's like, yo, do you flip?
Hey.
And he does the flips.
Flip it up.
And he immediately shoots the kid 3 times. By the way, worst kid in Mandalorian. Or worst kid in the Star Wars universe. Like that kid, he gets adopted and then he gets attacked by a giant alligator. He goes to have his first skirmish with a little baby.
Gets taken away by a dragon.
Gets beaten up, then gets eaten by a dragon. Like it's like, hey, skirmish is child. Sorry, skirmish is infant. Oh, you lost.
You lost. Yeah.
But I wanted to bring up here kind of a concept that I've been wrestling with in my head. Look, I love Baby Yoda. Grogu is adorable in every way. There's nothing wrong with Baby Yoda.
No.
But would this show be more interesting if the child wasn't an infant that cannot age ever? I can't help but sit here and be like Din is never going to have the relationship with Grogu that other Mandalorian had with his kid that we'll talk about in a little while.
Yeah.
Like, because Grogu's never going to mature. Like, at most, by the end of the season, he's going to say, like, a sentence.
Yeah. He's going to be like,
maybe.
Yeah.
Like, that's like.
Because what?
Like,
Grogu's like 50 years old or something like that.
And so what, in the span of a year, two, whatever the show's taking place over, like, he's just going to start speaking coherently, and he's going to say the Mandalorian creed and join them, and where
Yoda was what, like 530 years old or something like that. Like,
that's what, like for season 1 Mandalorian, Grogu is perfect. It's an adorable character. I feel like we're gonna lose subscribers left and right for this one, but like it's like he's adorable. Like, I don't have anything wrong with it, but like I just can't help but think, like, how much more like heart-wrenching would this be if it was actually a child that grows up with the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
Like,
unless the only thing I could see is maybe they just do a giant time jump at some point in the next season.
Like, what?
Yeah,
are they gonna
I
make?
don't know.
Are they gonna make Grogu 80 and Din's like dead?
190?
Like,
yeah.
Like, that's it. I don't think anything would ever work. And like, Filoni they can go magic him up. Maybe they shove him into a volcano and he comes out an adult. Like, I don't know. Like,
just comes out jacked. Just, yo, what up, bro?
I couldn't help but think this was the first time I really like wrestled with this idea of like, it might have been a more interesting story if the child could grow up.
Yeah.
And he can.
But you know why they made him Baby Yoda.
Because of things like this. Because
of money.
Of course I'll put little Baby Yo on my t-shirt. Like,
oh yeah.
And that's the point. Like, again, like, I love, like, he is adorable. He is great. Everyone loves him. I love him. But as the show continues to develop, I think he is the weakest point, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, as far as the longevity of the show,
like the story, as far as the story goes, yeah.
That's
so
that's
I
the
had to throw that.
Point.
This was actually the skirmish between these two children. It really started grabbing my mind. I was like, you got to say this, like, because we'll never see a 13-year-old Grogu, so to speak.
Yeah, it's just something, unless there's another sort of like future Jedi show that comes out and he's like an adult, or in his whatever young adulthood in his 200s,
right? His prime 200s. Wouldn't that be funny if that's like every 100 is like a decade for him?
I was thinking about that today when I was watching it, and I was like, I wonder, like, Yoda, I think they said Yoda was like 500 or 600 years old, something like that.
So like a 50-year-old.
So yeah, like a 50-year-old dude. So it's like, every 100 years is about
maybe
a decade.
It's 2 decades. Maybe it's 2, like, or sorry, maybe I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. But like,
it's like dog years. Yoda years.
Yeah, I don't know. I maybe I'm the only person that's thinking that, and maybe everyone else is just like, nope, absolutely not. Love it. Like, we'll never have an absolutely, like, Mando will never just have a like arm in arm shoulder moment or ears clenching moment. Like, he'll never see Grogu grow up, and it's really
sad,
disheartening.
Yeah.
Anyway,
speaking of like that father-son relationship thing, when he was like told him to go spar or whatever, and like he gets a little blaster thing on, he's standing there and he kind of like looks up at him and he's like, don't look at me, look at him. And I was like, that's such a classic dad line. Like, what are you looking at me for? Look at him. Like, you're fighting him, not me. Like,
it was prime dad Mandalorian. Like,
oh yeah,
I don't know what we call him. I don't want to call it. Yeah, dadding Mandalorian. Dadalorian. Ooh, put it on a shirt. That is good stuff right
episode
there.
Name?
Episode name. Mandalorian is great. I just feel like it's almost like, at what point does he like I can't keep talking to you like a baby. Like, but Grogu wins the skirmish against this actual child. Child gets freaking eaten by an alien.
What the hell was that? I was like, when it started coming, when like it started approaching from like the background, I'm like, is that a fucking dragon? Like, do they have dragons in Star Wars? Like, what is going on? It was like some sort of like pterodactyl,
I thought it looked
type thing,
extremely similar to a banshee from Avatar. Like,
oh yeah,
much bigger.
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
But like, I thought like the design, it even had like kind of like the mini flap wings at the bottom
Yeah.
versus the top. I thought it was very similar in design to a Banshee. Maybe a coincidence, maybe not.
I mean, both owned by Disney, so
both owned by Disney. Sons of bitches, they got me.
They got me.
Banshee swoops in, eats this other child, and they're all like, "Oh, let's all jetpack." And then the jetpacks, "Oh, they can't jetpack." And then it's like, "Oh, okay, well, Bo-Katan's the only smart one and got in a spaceship."
Yeah.
Freaking stalks the dragon.
Also, those jetpacks suck if they ran out of jet fuel fast.
They act like they fly for like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
worst jetpacks in the world.
Yeah, they were flying. Yeah, maybe 30 seconds, and it was like.
To be honest, in the final fight, when they're fighting the dragon, I thought they were all going to fall out of the sky because they were fighting for so long.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, these jetpacks are worthless.
Guess they refueled right before the fight.
I guess so. But while Bo-Katan's chasing the Banshee dragon, we get the Order 66 flashback you mentioned. That shit was awesome.
Spoiled it. That was awesome. Yeah,
that shit was awesome.
That I was wondering what was gonna happen because like Grogu was sitting like with the armorer, and like that thing was pounding, and his face just looked like he was like having a flashback, and I was like, what the hell's going?
Pretty accurate.
Which he was, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? Like I was like, is he like afraid of this thing or something? And then it started intercutting with like the lightsaber going through the door. And I was like, ooh, we're getting Order 66. I was like, this is awesome.
It was very cool the way they like interchanged it with the flashing of the armorer's work versus like what he was doing on the side or what Grogu was seeing in the side, like meaning like his flashback. I thought I had it. I had it right here. I wanted to talk about, so in the flashback, there's like four Jedis defending him from clones, which by the way, this man is going to have a job until he dies, which I'm not saying he's dying, but like Tamara Morrison, who is Boba Fett, Jango Fett.
Oh, like, yeah, he's the voice of the clones.
He voices the clones in this. It's like that dude, they're going to be like, hey, you want to come down to the studio and just do a couple clone voices? Yeah, sure. I'll be right there. You got me.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, he's back as the clones, which is awesome. Clones look great.
Yeah.
Grogu saved by the Jedi's name is Kelleran Beck.
Oh, the guy that takes him in the little motorbike thing.
Correct. Do you know who that was?
The Jedi or the actor?
The actor.
Mm-mm.
The actor of Kelleran Beck is the actor who plays Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars Episode 1. Yes.
What? That's awesome.
It was like a redemption cameo for him. And awesome. I'll tell you what, badass Jedi.
He killed it, yeah.
He was awesome.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm looking at it now. Cool lightsaber design. Very Episode 1 Phantom Menace design hilt.
Mm-hmm.
But that dude was just very, very cool. Hey, beat the clones, got Grogu to another station where they hop on a ship and they escape. And I'm curious if we see what happens to Kelleran. Like, I assume he died. Otherwise, why wasn't he with Grogu? You know,
Kelleran Star Wars. Kelleran Beck. All right, let me. I just want to see the hilt. I didn't get a good.
Yeah.
Good
It's very like Qui-Gon Jinn meets Plo Koon kind of.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I like
very Phantom
Menace. Here, I'll share my screen so that everybody we're not leaving the fan or wrong one. We're not leaving the listeners. There we go. That's pretty cool.
To listeners of the podcast, we don't like you.
Yeah. Everybody listening, go fuck yourself. No.
Very cool design.
I feel like I've seen that hilt before. I mean, it just looks really familiar, but like especially the bottom
I think
part
it's very similar, if not the same, as some other background Jedi in Phantom Menace. Like that's like some people that showed up in Attack of the Clones, probably, which also reference. He picks up a random other lightsaber and dual wields it like Anakin. Having a green and a blue one.
That was awesome.
He was awesome, dude. He was so cool.
God, that's funny. He was the voice of Jar Jar. Huh.
That's what he showed up, and just the way he shows up in the episode, Grogu's in an elevator by himself. The doors open and he's center stage. I didn't recognize him, and I was like, I know that's got to be someone I got to figure out afterwards.
Yeah, they did set him up as if it was someone.
It's that shot right there.
Yeah.
I missed it. But no, the top right corner one that you saw on your screen, where it's literally like the doors opening.
Oh
yeah, he's just center stage. Yeah, like I saw that. I'm like, all right, that's someone. I don't recognize it, but that's someone. Also, I love the gold, like,
whatever that like letter, like
Yeah, the lettering on the
It almost
road,
looks
very
like
cool.
it almost looks like I mean, I know completely different property, but it looks like the stuff the Eternal, not the Eternals, the Celestials make, like that gold
Yeah. The like the space stuff,
space stuff. Yeah, aliens.
aliens, made up languages, that kind of thing.
I mean, I know it's Marvel, not Star Wars, but I was like, yeah, it looks kind of similar.
Ah, you idiot.
You dumb fuck.
No, but I just thought very cool. He does a great job. Very
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, so Grogu, we still don't know what happened to him though. So
yeah, I'm sure we'll get another flashback down the road.
Do you think we get another one this season, or is that enough for season 3?
I feel like they got to do at least, they got to explain it. You know what I mean?
I think I do too.
I feel like they'd have too much backlash if they just leave it at that.
Did we get a Order 66 flashback in season 2? I feel like I remember just lightsabers going like in a circle kind of a thing. Like,
yeah, I think we got a glimpse of it wasn't like a fully established shot. I think it was
like you saw it in his eyes or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or not. I don't know.
But I do remember that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. It would be pretty. I would buy it, but it wouldn't be the best look if they just, all right, no more Order 66 until season 4 now. Like,
yeah.
I understood, like, okay, we got 1 and 2. Now give us like the story in 3. You don't need to like drag this thing out that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
We don't need 9 seasons of The Mandalorian. We can call it at 5. I don't know.
I think Favreau came out and said like there's an ending, but like we're not near it. He was like more Mandalorian.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with them extending the show, but just don't make it like 9 seasons.
I agree.
Cut it off at 5, and
I honestly think, I think 5 would probably be the sweet spot. But I also thought season 3 was going to go completely different than it is. Like, I thought we were going to be on Mandalore the whole show.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, like they're going to be, but they're just like, nah, we went. It was fine. We're cool. Like, I'm guessing since the tribe now knows that, or the faction, whatever you want to call them, now know that Mandalore is safe. They may try and go back and re-inhabit it.
Like, here's the question: does the Watch go? Does Bo-Katan go with the Watch because she's part of them right now?
Yeah.
Does the other Mandalorian tribe go? Like, do they fight still? Like, there's so many what ifs on the table, and I think we're kind of at the point of there's not enough time to go over it all.
No, I mean, there's 4 more episodes, and unless these next 4 episodes are each an hour plus.
Like, this episode was great, but at the same time, and bear with me here, did anything really happen?
Not really. I mean,
we got an awesome Order 66 flashback, but that's flashback.
But no, like, development from, I mean, other than, Bo-Katan now wanting the insignia of, is that the Watch's insignia, or is that like their...
That's just the Mandalorian insignia. It's just the overarching all Mandalorians, like both tribes, like everyone respects the mythosaur.
The tusk thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know
like
Jin, whatever the hell his name is, has like the one-horned one because the thing he fought in the
rhino
first
thing.
Season.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it's very similar to that, but except anyone that has a mythosaur, it's like lore of Mandalore that no one saw one. They're extinct, blah, 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 except Bo-Katan did see one. And that's what the biggest thing I think that came out of this longevity wise is she told the armorer that she saw one, but the armorer didn't care. She was like, no, you didn't. She was like, we all see them in our dreams. And she's like, no, she's like, that's what you meant. That's what you meant.
That's what you're wrong. You're not.
You're wrong.
I've been doing this longer than you. You're not right.
Which the funny thing about that is the armorer could take her helmet off and be like 20. Like,
I know, right?
You could just be jacked out of her mind.
I don't know,
and just be like a 20-year-old.
I don't know who that actor is.
I have no idea. But I just
Emily Swallow.
And that, I mean, that's pretty much the episode. So we saw the flashback, and then after the flashback, they returned. They killed the Banshee. They saved the other child, and it's a happy day. And Bo-Katan gets a new shoulder plate that has the mythosaur on it.
Yep.
She told the armor.
Grogu gets a little chest,
little rhino chest piece.
Yeah. I was like, he's got a little more.
She was making that. I was like, is that to cover his little dome?
That's what I was like. I was like, how are they making
sized armor?
It's like, how are they gonna make a helmet for him? His ears are way too like. Are they gonna make one where his ears are also like?
It's gonna be like it's like Kingdom Hearts Mickey Mouse, like the ears pop through the hood.
Yeah.
Like it's just the helmet just has holes for the ears to pop through.
I mean, he's not showing his face; it's his ears.
It's just his ears, guys. Who cares?
Or are they just gonna cram him in there and just?
Or I don't think you've ever watched this, but Final Space Style, that show, they have
That's one I still gotta watch.
And the helmets just have metal ears. So it's like, yeah, they just make metal Yoda ears on the helmet. That's all.
I can see it.
I would be the guy that, like, you're watching the armor make this helmet and you're like, this bitch is taking up all the Beskar for his extra ear space.
And they give some other kid like a shoddy helmet, like it just covers up to his mouth. Like,
it doesn't actually have like the plate in the middle. It's just a hole. It's just a gaping hole in the helmet.
Yeah, just get good
we'll
at
get to it later.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah, dude, and that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like it was a very enjoyable episode, but yeah, I am at a loss for what's gonna happen this season. We went to Mandalore once.
Yeah. I mean, we do eventually go back because in the trailer there's footage of them jumping out of, but it could be a flashback. You never know. There was footage of them jumping out of a ship into Mandalore.
That's right. For some reason, I thought we saw that already, but no, we haven't seen that yet.
So I don't know. I mean, could be. Oh, God, good.
I was gonna say, like, we could go. I was gonna say we could go through the trailer, but like I don't know. Like I just don't know what's gonna happen. Like we also don't have a villain. Like
no, there's no set.
There's no Moff Gideon. Like that's kind of why I assumed the space pirates were going to be some overarching, like, oh, you fiend, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. Like, yeah. And like they were going to have some other connection that brought in, some other big bad, either whether it be a THRAWN or,
Do you think, like, speaking of setting up for other shows, do you think this sets up Bo-Katan for her own thing?
I could see them pulling off a Bo-Katan show. I mean,
because it feels too similar, but I agree. I think they could do it, but like
the Mandalorian's such a hot item right now that I feel like they're gonna try to milk it as much as they can.
And that's it. Like Boba Fett. I don't know. Boba Fett made sense to me. I always, Nick might laugh, but like I always hated Boba Fett as a character because he was some dude that showed up in a helmet and got swallowed by that pit.
Yeah,
that's all.
I mean, it was pretty much all. Yeah,
he was a cool looking dude, but he didn't do shit, right?
Yeah.
But then, you have a chance to expand on his story, and they do, and it's like, it's cool. Like, you get that opportunity to learn about Boba Fett, even the Jango Fett side of that in the prequels, right?
Yeah.
That stuff's cool, but like, it's kind of like Bo-Katan. Look, if you watched Clone Wars and Rebels, we already know enough about her. Like, this is a lot of Bo-Katan.
Yeah, we don't need. I guess it's more for the casual viewers that don't, consume over 100 hours of Star Wars. But
what's that? Or doesn't do that.
But no, yeah. I mean, I could see them possibly doing something, or maybe including her in the Ahsoka show or something. I don't know.
I definitely think, barring she doesn't become either King of Mandalore or isn't killed, literally. Barring one of those two things, I think she should show up in Ahsoka because the two of them have such history at like Clone Wars, season 7. It would kind of be like wrong, in my opinion, not to have them in the same show, unless, again, I think it's justified if you either A, kill her, or B, if she's King of Mandalore, like she's got other things to do. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have time for Ahsoka and her little
antics,
evil hunt or whatever's going on. But yeah, I don't really think I have much else to say. It's a matter of what's going to happen in the show. Does a villain show up in episode 5 for the rest of the season?
I could see. I just feel like it's too late for like an overarching villain to show up for the last 3 episodes. I mean, I guess there are 3 episodes, so there are potentially 3 hours to an hour and a half left.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
Does Brainwash Lady from episode 3 show up as the new villain? I
don't know how that's all going to connect, because I mean, there's so many loose ends right now with
all I got to say is that
pirates.
Episode better connect somehow. Like, I could never see the pirates again and just laugh about it. Like, I'd be like, I
it's
can't
a
believe they
one-off
never.
thing. A little force beard.
They spent 40 minutes on that lady brainwashing that other dude. Like, that needs to be brought back.
It's gotta tie into the show, or it's gotta tie into how the First Order was created, or something. But it's like,
I don't care if she's a villain. I don't care if Mando just eats a couple of biscuits. It needs to tie in.
Yeah, we need some sort of tie in there. I'm sure Filoni will work his magic, and something will pop out and tie it all together.
I mean, that's the best thing about the show is the actual writing of like the lore of Star Wars has no misses in this show. No, in this season especially. Yeah, like
there is such a intense detail to what they do for the show. Like as far as putting
there's a lot
Easter
of love
eggs.
and care for it.
Sorry, I think the time cut out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I my only problem right now is there's just so much going on. Between the pirates, this evil lady, what was it in episode 2? I think there was someone else in something else happened in episode 2. Oh, the Imperial, like the Empire that came and destroyed
the ships that we don't know who sent those, and that's what like I could see. I could see a lot of things. I could see that. So they said Moff Gideon escaped, so it could be him, which I think is likely. It could be THRAWN, and that's what like it's going to tie into Ahsoka.
Yeah,
it could. Honestly, I kind of at this point I've come full circle, complete 180. I want the pirates. I want the pirates are behind. They stole some Imperial ships.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Honestly, like at this point, I don't necessarily want an actual like, oh, ha ha ha, muahaha, evil villain. Give me like either pirates because it's just like, screw these guys, choo, choo, choo. But like, pew pew pew. I just but choo choo. It's light, kind of. But like, it doesn't have to be at this point for this show, which is actually good.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to have some random super evil genius villain. I don't need a Doc Ock to show up out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, we don't.
This is my plan,
and for it to only last 3 episodes, like that wouldn't make sense. Yeah,
that's what like I would be. I would probably like most THRAWN because you could say like you could pull the Kang thing where like random Imperial troopers we've never seen before goes, oh, he's looking for you, oh, he's involved, and then in the last finale, you see THRAWN for the first time. That would rock.
Yeah.
But like, if you say it's Moff Gideon, like behind the scenes, like for the last 3 episodes, I don't care. We already did that.
We already saw
been there, done that. You know, like
we saw him. He got destroyed. Not destroyed, but got his favorite little saber taken away from him.
Which was another thing I was going to bring up was how like that saber hasn't been used at all this season. He tries to use it once when he's on Mandalorian, the fake Grievous, right?
Yeah.
It's
it.
Wild if that doesn't come into play somehow.
Yeah, I mean that was the main focal point of like the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's
or I guess the second season. The first season is when we see it.
That's what this season. I think that's the thing. This season's been really good so far, but I could see it, and this is kind of harsh, but I could see it finishing, and then we look back on it and we're like, where did that go? Like, like nothing happened.
I mean, every show has that one season where it's like,
So I think the highlights of this season has been the action. The action's been perfect.
Action has been amazing.
But if the story keeps going at the pace it is,
and the weird direction it's going, yeah,
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
but like critically speaking, like I think if nothing like it's probably going to be a lesser season. So I mean, there's no way we top Luke showing up in the finale.
No,
right?
Yeah, that was all time, which I'm pissed. I got that spoiled for me before I watched it. But we're
a team. We're a team. I think I've told you this. I had Luke dying in The Last Jedi spoiled for me.
Oh, really? Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had watched I think it was around like Thanksgiving or something that episode came out. And I just was way too busy. I didn't have time to watch it, and I was just scrolling through on Instagram or whatever, and like that image popped up of Luke like I was like, oh fuck. I was like, all right.
At
Well,
least, so yours at least is like someone was like, oh look, and it's like, okay, that's a spoiler, jackass. Mine was, I was on Facebook, which nowadays it's like you can't be on social media if you don't want to be spoiled about something.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I was on Facebook of all places, and someone, I don't even remember his name, but some guy I knew from high school in my grade, he posted on Facebook of all places, and it was this meme format where it was like, you've heard of Elf on the Shelf, but, and at the bottom of the image it said, Luke Skywalker dies in The Last Jedi.
Oh,
I was like, you mother,
fuck you. Yeah.
yeah. I don't. So I immediately unfriended him, of course, and not joking. And
If you're listening, go fuck yourself. No.
I don't remember who it was now. I funny that Brandon, if I ask him, he might remember, because I remember he was like, you made the right decision unfriending him. He might remember, but I don't remember who it was. I was just like immediately like, nope. I bet
Nope.
You're a high school kid I don't even talk to. Go away.
Deleted. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I think the more I've said it during this podcast, I think we're at like a 90% chance THRAWN is showing up in this finale.
Yeah.
But I don't like, it's not even you can't top cameo. Like, no one's gonna top Luke showing up. That was just of all time coolness.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But that being said, like, that was set up perfectly because it made sense, like, canonically speaking, story-wise.
Mm-hmm.
This season, it's going nowhere.
Yeah. There's not I feel like there's a lot of, like, the writing team had a lot of great ideas, but they all just kind of don't mesh together.
Like even like, if we can rewind a little bit, episode 4, the start of episode 4. And I agreed with you. You said that, it said like, it was so cool seeing all the Mandalorians on the beach fighting, like sparring, not scarring. Man, my words today. Sparring each other, right? Like, it's super cool seeing them, like, they're training, right? And I remember watching it and being like, oh, that's so cool. They're training to go back to Mandalore, right? And then I like thought about it more, and I'm like, why? No one's there.
Yeah.
What are they training for?
Yeah,
like, they're already Mandalorian. Go to Mandalore.
They're just psychotic killing machines. That's why they need to train to fight.
No one can beat them in combat except giant aliens.
Yeah, yeah. And lightsaber wielding people, they really don't exist anymore.
And they don't, right? You have one of those, basically. You have two, kind of.
Yeah,
yeah. So I am just like, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like things like that. It's like things in this season have been very cool, but when you stop and think about it, it's like, this should have moved a little faster. And I think that's just how the whole season's going to go. It's going to be you enjoy it in the moment.
Yeah.
And then you look back and you're like, yeah, it could have been better, which is fine. Everyone loves a summer blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Marvel is all. That's half this
literally
podcast.
all. Yeah. God. Good. Whoop. Did I freeze? Did you? Oh, there you go.
There we are.
Are we back? Okay. Sorry. But yeah, you got anything? Whoop. Oh, there we go. I think I froze again.
Hey, yeah, I it's probably my end. I've had a lot of son of a bitch.
No, you're good now. You're not frozen on my end. Yep, you're good.
All right, cool.
But
do you have anything else? I'm pretty much spent. I feel like I've sent a couple of controversial things into the ether today. I feel like I've said a bunch of very lovely things. Like, it's been a very mixed bag of emotions.
It has been. And these episodes have been a very mixed bag of emotions. But hey, let us know what you think of episodes 2, 3, and 4. Put it down in the comments. You can tweet at us. I'll put our Twitter handles right here if you're okay with that.
Yeah. _Philly Gamer.
At Hoagie 347, I believe. I'll double check that. I haven't been on Twitter in a very long time, so
have like 80 missed messages.
Yeah,
DMs flooded.
We're apparently really popular. We just don't know it.
If I had to ask you to do one thing in the comment section, it's tell me, do you agree or disagree completely on do you think about what the child would be like if it wasn't a Yoda species.
Yeah.
That's my question to the audience.
There we go. What? Put it down. Tweet at us. Whatever you're gonna do.
Put down or dislike button. If you hate it, like at least hit the dislike button. Do something.
Does that exist anymore?
Yeah, they just can't see it.
Oh, you just can't see it now. Dumb. Yeah.
YouTube got their feelings hurt too much when they had the most disliked video.
Was that one of the YouTube rewinds, right?
Yeah. It was the 2019 rewind or the 2020 rewind. Everyone was just like, no,
dumb. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully we can get that 47 back. We're at 46. We lost someone, so don't know what we did, but we're sorry.
Nah, I'm not. I regret nothing.
It's that guy who spoiled the Luke dying.
He knew.
You know you did.
You know he did.
Yeah, that'll do it for unless you had anything else.
Nope.
That'll do it for episode 29. We'll be back more than likely next week with recapping episode 5 of The Mandalorian. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you.